A cheerful good morning and a very warm welcome to one and all present today in this science class. Once again, I welcome you back on behalf of Sunbeam Academy. As I hope we will be able to complete our chapter this, but before starting with our today's class, once again I would like to share the same informations related to COVID-19. As if you would have gone through the newspapers and everything, so you would have come to know that from March onwards, I hope the children are going to get vaccinated. Most probably, I do not remember the complete news, but I hope that is from already it has been started in the state level officers and everyone, because the doctor's point of view or the medical staff has been already vaccinated. So within I hope it has not recently only started. It was started on 16th of January. This vaccination drive is started on 16th of January, and within 10 to 15 days, that is almost all the medical staff people, they have got it vaccinated. And now the shift has gone over to the all the officers which are present in various government departments. Now so the next dose of the vaccines, or the next arrival of the vaccines, is for the common people, and I hope the first who are there is for the children's, or most probably the older ones. Okay, let us hope for the best. And as per the government rules and everything, you would have come to know that our school is also going to start from 10th onwards for classes 6 to 8, and from 1st for classes 1 to 5th. So now just wait for the our next session, that is, which I hope, as per depending on the COVID situations and as per the government orders and everything, that is, our normal physical classrooms are going to be back from the new session, which is most probably going to start from March onwards. Okay, mid of March, that is after 15th or 16th. So let us start with our today's class without any delay. As per the instructions, or as per previous class, what I remember is that we have done till here. We were doing this chapter. Before going ahead, let me first show you the syllabus once more the last time, because already you have the syllabus with you. Okay. Okay, so here it is. That is, if you see, we have these 4 chapters are there. That is rocks and minerals, the sun, the earth and the moon. This one completed, rocks and minerals, followed by sun, the earth and the moon. This also completed. Changes in our environment completed. Natural disasters completed. Okay, so now the last part which is there is, that is sorry, this topic is still going on, and the last part is the question answers, which we are going to discuss today itself, and thereby complete our chapter along with the syllabus as well. Okay, so if we go ahead with this, one of the students asked me regarding the natural disasters book PDF, which was not there in the school app, correct? And since today I'm going to upload it, okay, you will be able to have the access to all these bookish part PDF, as book PDF, bookish exercises, as well as the fair notebook exercises. So today itself you are going to have it. I have already uploaded it, and you may have the access to it just after the class. Okay, so let us begin with this natural disaster, the last part. Okay, so here it is. That is, we will be revising the chapter once more, but first let us complete this question answers and thereafter. Okay, if you remember in the last class, I told you to just write down these keywords as define the following terms. Okay, and thereby start your fair work. So today itself, that is all these discussions, we have already discussed the objective type questions, that is your multiple choice question. Take the correct answers has been already done, all the 4 ones. Then we have already also completed match the columns, that is all the 6 ones, whereas write true false has also been done till 6. And the last part, give one word answers, that is has been also completed, the 3 of them. Okay, the next we have, that is write short answers. So short answers are what? That is basically your question answers which are there. Let us have a quick discussion over this, and at the same time I'll be showing you the objective type questions as well, that PDF which is going to be uploaded recently or might have been uploaded as well. Okay, so first let me show you the bookish part, and thereafter let us start with the question answer part. If you remember, these were the multiple choice questions which we have discussed yesterday. I'm showing you the PDF where which is going to be uploaded or which will be uploaded. Okay, this is the bookish part. Okay, this was the get set page number, that is crossword puzzle, not puzzle, you just have to find it out. Okay, then we had the tick the correct answers. If you can see, four questions are there, so 4 options we have it here. Okay, 1 2 3 4. Okay, during an earthquake we should drop our knees because it prevents injuries. So first D. Second one is your A, scientists who study earthquakes, seismologists. Cyclones can cause floods because they bring heavy rainfall. Third is your A. Fourth one is also D, tsunamis occur when there is undersea earthquake. Okay, then we did match the columns. Earthquake, that is sudden shaking and trembling of the earth, that is first is your C. Okay, first is C. Second is your A, that is tsunami, large waves caused on the ocean floor by an earthquake. Third is your floods, that is overflowing of river due to heavy rainfall. So third is your F. Second is A, third is F. Fourth, drought. Okay, so drought is what? That is no rainfall for a longer time, that is your E. Fourth one is E, followed by fifth, famine, that is extreme shortage of food. Fifth one is B. Sixth one, that is your epidemic. D, infectious diseases that is spread among a large number of people. Okay, so sixth one is your D option. Then we had the true false here. Okay, write T for true and F for false, and also correct the following statements. An earthquake that measures more than 7 on the Richter scale causes no damage. Okay, so more than 7, it is completely false here. An earthquake that measures more than 7 on the Richter scale causes widespread damage and destruction. I have shown you this part in the bookish PDF as well, book PDF as well. Okay, the next we have here is, that is, scientists can now predict the exact place where an earthquake will occur. This is also completely false, as scientists cannot predict the exact place where an earthquake is going to be occurring or it is going to occur. So you should take shelter under a tree or a signboard during an earthquake. This is also false. You should not take shelter under a tree or a signboard during an earthquake because there are chances that they may fall down, and if they are going to fall down, we are going to get injured as a result of this. The last 3 are 2, that is a severe flood leads to shortage of food and drinking water. True. Cyclones are accompanied by heavy rains. True. When a disaster occurs, we should stay calm. True. Okay, so in this way this part has been done. All right, if we go ahead with the next one, that is we have give one word answers here. So one word answers, that is the instruments used to record the earth's movement during an earthquake. Seismograph. Okay, yesterday only it has been shown to you. Okay, give one word answer, seismograph. The next one, that is the most common disaster in the monsoons, that is your floods. I request you to please, if you have your books in front of you, please keep on writing as well. Okay, no need to waste your time. Okay, the last part, that is very high ocean waves arising due to an earthquake or volcanic eruptions under the sea here. So this is your tsunami. All right, so in this way we have completed this bookish part. Now let us go ahead with write short answers. So the very first one, that is what is a natural disaster. Here it is your fair notebook part. That is, what is a natural disaster? Natural disasters such as earthquakes, floods, cyclones and tsunamis that are sudden and violent and can cause large scale destruction of life and property are called natural disasters. What does the Richter scale measure? Let's close this. Okay, next question. What does the Richter scale measure? So the Richter scale measures the intensity of an earthquake. I hope you can add this one as well. That is 1 to 2 cannot be felt, 3 to 4 can be felt, and above 7 it is going to cause widespread damage. I think that should be added here because this is going to make the complete answer for that. Okay. All right. Next one we have, that is your what is volcanic eruption. Okay. So when molten lava, ash, dust, and gases come out of a volcano with force, it is called a volcanic eruption. How can we how can we protect ourselves from a tsunami? Number 4, that is, we can protect ourselves from tsunami by moving away from the coast towards higher grounds. The next we have, that is, what is famine or famine? Basically famine only. What is famine? Last question of short answers. So this is, that is, when severe scarcity of drinking water and food leads to starvation among the human beings and animals. The condition is called famine or famine. Okay. So that is, जब हमें एकदम से न पानी मिल रहा है, न खाना मिल रहा है, और जिसके वजह से लोग भूखे मर रहे हैं, so that condition is known as your basically famine here. Okay. The next we have here is, that is your long answer question. Answer these questions here. F part. Okay. How are earthquakes caused? Okay, all of you know that is when shaking occurs or when sudden movements under the surface of the earth may cause vibrations on its surface. These vibrations are known as your earthquakes. अब जब आप यही चीज़ आप हायर क्लासेस में पढ़ेंगे तो वहाँ पे आपको बताया जाएगा कि टेक्टोनिक प्लेट्स होते हैं, वो मूव करते हैं, जिसके वजह से ये अर्थक्वेक आता है. ओके. The next one we have, that is, what safety measures would you adopt in case of cyclone forecast? Number 2 of answer these questions. So in case of cyclone forecast, do the following, that is, listen to the radio or watch television regularly for warning and advice. Okay, keep enough stocks of food and fresh water. Keep a first aid kit ready for an emergency. Also keep a radio, torch, matchboxes and candles handy. If there is a cyclone warning, do not go into the sea. Move to a safer place such as cyclone shelter if necessary. Okay. The last part, that is, how can people affected by natural disaster be helped? Number 3, question number 3, how can people affected by natural disaster be helped? So the immediate steps that must be taken to reduce the sufferings of people affected by a natural disaster are to look for and rescue people who are trapped in the affected building or area, to give immediate medical help to the injured, to provide relief such as dry rations, that is, ration here basically means your grains here, food grains, okay, dal, chawal, gehu, okay, clothes, blankets, medicines, etc. to the affected people, that is, to prevent the outbreak of your epidemics. All right. The next one, that is, what are epidemics and how are they caused? That is, when infectious diseases such as cholera, dysentery, typhoid, hepatitis, malaria and dengue fever spread rapidly among a large number of people, it is called an epidemic. Okay. Natural disasters often lead to collection of garbage, lack of sanitation and widespread breeding of mosquitoes. This leads to outbreak of epidemics. Just hold on please. Okay, so this leads to outbreak of epidemics. That is how they are going to spread from one people or few people to large number of peoples. All right. So in this way, this part is also over. That is short answer as well as the long answer, or answer these questions and write short answers. The next we have, that is your think and answer. Okay. I request everyone, that is, since we are discussing over this, I request everyone to keep your books in front of you so that you will be able to do the bookish part simultaneously, and the fair notebook part can be done just after the class here. All right. When we are talking about think and answer, that is, we have to first think over this particular topic and then only we have to give our answers. So imagine there is a flood in your area. List 3 ways in which you can provide rescue and support to those affected by flood. ओके, अगर हम लोग के एरिया में फ्लड आ जाता है तो हम किस तरीके से लोगों को बचाएंगे. रेस्क्यू मीन्स बचाना, सपोर्ट मीन्स मदद करना टू दोज अफेक्टेड बाय द फ्लड, जो हम लोग करते भी हैं आए दिन कुछ ना कुछ. ओके, सो बेसिकली व्हेन वी आर टॉकिंग हियर, think and answer. So what you can see here is that is we can provide rescue and support to the flood victims in the following ways. कैसे हम लोग उनकी मदद कर सकते हैं. The very first one, that is donate money to help victims, donate clothing items, blankets and beddings, donate bottled beverages, food, medicines, soaps, etc. Okay, तो ये सारी चीजें हैं जो हमें करना है, करना चाहिए भी. All right, next we have, that is your okay, donate money. Okay, see, this is not very much necessary, that is since you all are students here, that is from a student's point of view, if we think so, we can just donate a part of our pocket money, because that is the only money which you have. Okay, and the next part is that is donate clothing items, blankets and beddings. That is basically when since the people affected in the case of flood, they are not able to contain, or they do not have their necessary items such as blankets and everything. So if you have some extra ones, you can provide them so that they can use it, and later on either they can carry it, or you can just rewash it and keep it for some other purposes. Donate bottled beverages. Why it is telling bottled beverages? इसलिए because bottled beverages, they are the pure ones, and they can be used by them for a longer period of time, as well as they can carry it from one place to another, whether it is your food or medicines or soaps or anything. Okay, that is, we should try to give as possible facilities, as possible help, as possible support to these peoples, because they are the needy ones, and we never know, that is when our time may come, and we may also need all these things here. All right, the next part which we have here is, that is do and learn. Okay, what are the things which we should do and learn from it? That is, if you are able to see here, it is, that is a simple like your crossword puzzle only. Okay, complete the word puzzle with the help of the clues given here. Okay, so the very first one, that is the scarcity of food and water for human beings and animals because of drought. Okay, famine, most probably, that is FAMINE. So of course it is right only. Okay, that is your famine. Let us see. Of course, famine or famine is the correct answer. The next one we have, that is long periods of no rainfall. Number 4, across means left से right. ठीक है, across का मतलब ये होता है एक तरफ से दूसरे तरफ. ठीक है, मतलब दाहिने से बाएं कह लीजिए, आप लेफ्ट टू राइट कह लीजिए, या जो भी आप कह लीजिए. ओके, बट अक्रॉस ऑलवेज मीन्स इन अ हॉरिजॉन्टल वे. देखिए ये हॉरिजॉन्टल होती है. ठीक है, आपके कॉपीज में भी, नोटबुक्स में भी जो मार्जिन होती है वो वर्टिकल होती है, बट जो लाइंस होती हैं वो हॉरिजॉन्टल होती हैं. मैथ्स में दोनों लाइंस होती हैं, हॉरिजॉन्टल एज वेल एज वर्टिकल. So all these lines from going from left to right, they are known as horizontal, whereas the lines which are coming from top to bottom, that is top to down, they are known as your vertical lines here. So the long periods of no rainfall, number 4 here, that is your drought or drought. Okay, DROUGHT here. Okay, next, the Japanese word meaning harbor wave, that is your 5, that is your tsunami, I hope. TSUNAMI, tsunami. Okay, let us check it. Okay, drought and tsunami. The last one, a strong storm over the sea, that is your number 6 here. So that is none other than your cyclone, that is your CYCLONE. Okay, cyclone here. So in this way we have completed all of them. The across ones, that is the first one famine, 4th one drought, 5th one tsunami, and 6th one is your cyclone here. Okay, so famine, drought, tsunami and cyclone are the 4 across ones, that is 1, 4, 5 and 6. The next we have here is that is the down, that is number 2 and number 3. So in the case of number 2 we have that is the breakout of infectious diseases among a large number of people after a natural disaster. Okay, breakout of infectious diseases, that is the meaning is your epidemic, that is EPIDEMIC here. Okay, that is your epidemic. Overflowing of rivers cause this, that is your flood. Okay, so FLOOD here, that is your flood here. Alright, so in this way we have completed this one as well, that is do and learn something from this. Next we have that is the science club we have here, that is collect informations about the following cyclones and complete the table. Okay, I told you to do this maybe, okay, I don't remember it completely, but I hope I would have told you. Okay, I'm just showing you the table there which has been done by me. Okay, you just have a look over it and try to see. Please do verify it from the Google and various other sources, whichever one you feel like, and tell me whether all of them are correct or not. If there is some kind of mismatches there, please do remind me so that all of us we may have a correction over it. Okay, starting with this, so we have the very first one, that is your Katrina. Okay, so Katrina was there in the year 2008, I hope. Okay, I have the table here. Okay, we can just go through it. Okay, see here. Okay, so name, year, ocean of origin, wind speed, affected area. Okay, starting with the very first one we have, that is our Katrina. So Katrina originated or came in the year 2005 in North Atlantic Ocean with a wind speed of 280 kilometers per hour, and the areas which were affected were Bahamas and your South Florida. Okay, the next we have that is your Wilma, occurred in 2005, same year, in the same North Atlantic Oceans, but with a greater speed of 295 kilometers, and the areas which were affected were your Cuba and Louisiana. Okay, the next we have that is your Hudhud, which occurred in the year 2014 in North Indian Ocean with a wind speed of 185 kilometers per hour, and the areas getting affected were Eastern India and Nepal. Okay, the next we have that is our Helen, which occurred in 2014 in Southwest Indian Ocean with a wind speed of 230 kilometers per hour, affecting the area Madagascar and Mozambique. Monica occurred in 2006 in Pacific Ocean with a wind speed of 250 kilometers per hour and affecting the region or the country Australia. Okay, so in this one, these were some of the cyclones which originated in different parts of the oceans in different years with different speeds and affecting different areas as well. Okay, so very important from examination point of view as well, if you are able to find here. So these are some of the important dates and everything from where the questions can be found here. And once again I would like to remind here, मैं आप लोग को एक बार और इसीलिए कह रहा हूँ कि प्लीज़ एक बार इसको क्रॉस वेरीफाई कर लीजिएगा, चेक कर लीजिएगा कि चीज़ें सही हैं कि नहीं हैं, and if there is any kind of mismatch आपको लगता है तो please do share me either on my personal window or in the query session so that all of us we may have the correction to it. Okay, the next we have that is our life skill. When we are talking about tick the things you would keep in an emergency kit, give a reason for each of them. Sorry. Okay, so what are the things which we should keep in an emergency kit? If you remember, we have studied as well. Okay, here it was. This is your emergency kit. in which everything was there, but what was the reason for that we will be studying here. Okay, so what are the things which we should keep? Water should be there, 1 2 3 6 7 8, that is water, radio, whistle, this is not required. This is also not required. Comic books and board games are not required because we are in danger and we cannot think of playing books or reading comics. Cell phone, dry food, and first aid kit here. Now that is 1 2 3 6 7 and 8 are the most important things which we should keep in an emergency kit. What is the reason for each choice? Okay, the reason for each choice is, that is, water and dry food for survival. As all of us we know, that is, without drinking water and without consuming the food we cannot survive for a longer period of time here. Okay, and at the same time radio to gather informations, cell phones to maintain contact and for communication, whistle to call for help in case of emergency, and first aid kit for immediate medical treatment. Okay, so these are the some of the important things which should be kept so that we are able to cope up with our adverse situation for few moments, for short duration, not for longer period of time. Okay, so in this way, this was all about your fair notebook part and the rest of the bookish part which is given there. Okay, so in this way I hope we have completed the bookish part as well as the fair notebook part. If we go ahead with the syllabus as well, once more completed this part. Okay, here it is. So now we have, that is to one of the activities there, to make the children aware about the safety measures in case of earthquake and flood. Okay, so this one we have already discussed. Once again I am showing you that what are the safety measures in the case of earthquake and your flood as well. See, here it is, that is, what are the things which we should do when an earthquake occurs? Run out of your school or buildings. Once in the open, move away from tall buildings, trees, signboards or electric wires. If you cannot run, follow the rule of drop, cover and hold on. Okay, drop on your knees, take cover under a strong piece of furniture and hold on to it securely until the shaking ends. The next is if a table is not available, stand in a corner of the room where two walls meet with your arms folded on your head. Okay, next is, that is, in the case of flood, what we should do. Okay, during a flood or a cyclone, listen to the radio. Just now we have discussed in the question answers as well. Keep enough stocks of food and fresh water. Keep your first aid kit ready with emergency kit as well, keeping a radio, torch, matchbox and candles. If there is a cyclone warning, do not go into the sea. Move to a safer place such as cyclone shelter if necessary. Okay, so in this way we have completed this part as well. Now it is your time to complete the fair notebooks and start your preparations as well, as all of you have got the timetables most probably, or yes, of course you have got the timetable, so start your preparations accordingly so that as you all have done, scored good marks in your previous exams, this time also you are going to score good marks only. Okay, so I request everyone to keep focused, start preparations and all the best for your exams. From the next class, that is most probably tomorrow, we are going to start with our revision work with the worksheets and everything. Okay, so this was all for today. Thanks a lot for being with me and have a superb day ahead. Thank you.